Troy, congratulations. Let's start with the game overall. Defense the key to this game today?
It was, and so often it is, in these games, but it takes everybody in terms of the contributions. But, I know we got some things. We're going to see a whole different approach, starting next week, but we really, really need to let this one sink in a little bit. We'll grow and learn from it across the board.
They are a team that showed a lot of big play capabilities this year. How were you able to really shut those capabilities down?
Well, Jim, first of all, they're good. They're really, really, really good, and they're only going to get better and better as the season goes on, too. So you credit Navy, big time. But the ball, at times it was in front of us. I think we knew just defensively, by and large, we had all 11 guys knowing exactly where their help was, where the leverage needed to be, who needed to be a backside, just everything in terms of the pursuit. Same thing in the throw game, too.
Your defensive line and the pressure they got, I thought was outstanding today.
It was really the only time they didn't. We got a little gas there at the very end, and we just got to be aware of that, because certainly going forward with the tempo teams we're going to see.
7-0 at halftime, and with all the great field position you had in the second quarter, and with the wind at your back, did you maybe lament that you couldn't get more points on the board?
Absolutely, but that's part of football, too.
No doubt about that. And then was also the sense that, hey, once we got the wind, that maybe you could start doing a little more offensively?
Well, I think, in the first quarter, the field position was such where it made it really difficult. And then in the second quarter, like you said, the second quarter and the third quarter, boy, you wish you would have had a way to convert and gain some more points.
The interceptions in the fourth quarter, you've won now 18 straight when you have 2 or more turnovers. That's an impressive record.
Well, it is. And, what's good to see is really at halftime, you never know if it's necessarily going to come about, but, the emphasis that we had on trying to force a turnover and to be able to generate 2 of them was huge.
Troy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our co-offensive player of the game, Zack Laurer, through the air, 4 of 5, 151 yards, and 1 touchdown. How bad was the wind out there today? The defenses were so good, but how did the wind affect what you could or what you couldn't do offensively?
It really, you really have to show how willing you are as a quarterback to rip the ball and make sure you put some on it so that the wind doesn't play a factor. And if you're sleeping and you're not really throwing it with all you have, it'll catch you and it'll make you pay for it. It'll try to make you pay for it. So you just got to remember every time as a quarterback with some wind, you just got to go out there and rip the ball like you know how and just put a little more on it and don't leave it up to chance.
Did you get the sense, once you got the wind at your back in the second quarter, that you may try to do a few more things in the passing game?
Yeah, the coaches handle all that. I just, whatever play they call, I go out there and I try to execute it just like the rest of the guys out there, and I'm happy I could execute that throw in the second quarter because we needed some movement on offense, so it was good.
You got banged up a little bit last week. When was the point you knew you could play in this game?
Monday. I ran for the first time on Tuesday after it, and I felt great. But Monday I was feeling good, and whatever the results were when it came back, it didn't really matter to me as long as I felt good myself. So I was confident in myself, confident in my leg, and it was fine.
This being Navy and a service academy game, I would imagine it would have taken an awful lot to keep you from playing in this game.
Yeah. Yes, it would have taken a lot. I was going to be out there no matter what.
CIC trophy, you're halfway home to backing it up for a second consecutive year. Your defense and their effort today and just keeping Navy bottled up all afternoon, what can you say about that?
It's unbelievable. We get to play those guys all year, and it's no surprise to us when they come out there and they treat another team like that. So it's beautiful to see them come up in this big game and show up in their moment, and they had their moment, and it was unbelievable, and I'm proud of those guys, and I love those guys over there.
How you feeling right now?
Amazing.
When you sing second, you do, don't you?
Don't you?
And Zack Laurer, our co-offensive player of the game. Zack, thanks so much. Our co-offensive player of the game, Danne Kennan, 1 catch, 94 yards, and the touchdown. Describe the play and take us through it.
Yeah, it just opened up. Zack made a great throw. The O-line gave him time to get the ball out, and it was a great play. It was wide open, so yeah, it was a great feeling.
You beat the coverage, and now you got a lot of green that you got to run to get to 6. What's going through your mind about in terms of getting caught from behind, holding onto the football?
I was just trying to run. I was wondering if they were going to catch me, but luckily enough, I made it in the end zone before they caught me, so it worked out good.
That score held on for so long when you look at it, and then Matthew DePore got the field goal. It was almost like that field goal gave you an enormous amount of breathing room. Did you feel that way?
Our defense was playing great all game. They scored at the end there. So I mean, credit to them for playing that great and kind of picking us up where we were kind of faltering. So they played a great game, and we have confidence knowing that they're out there doing their job.
That Navy defense did not make it easy for you guys today, did it?
No, they always play hard. All these games are like hard-fought games. Both teams know each other really well, so you know before each game it's going to be a fight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our co-defensive player of the game, Boor, 7 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. How is it that the defensive line, the front 7, you were able to put so much pressure on their quarterback?
We just have a lot of pass rushers. You know, every year we have guys step up, and this year we have a lot of guys who can get home on the quarterback. So, you know, this game, just like any other game, we're getting active in the pass game and trying to get pressure on that quarterback. And plus, you know, when you're playing that much zero, you got a lot of guys coming after the quarterback. So, you know, wasn't very surprising.
How much has it helped you that Peyton's back in the lineup, that you also got Jaden Thier good back in, Blum played a lot today? How much has that helped you guys up front?
I mean, even with them gone, a lot of guys have stepped up, but it's definitely good to have guys back. You know, we come into this game, you know, everybody's back. So we came in as we expected to start the year, and then we're going to keep guys fresh and keep rolling through. It's awesome to have those guys back, though. They're absolute playmakers, and it's good to have veterans in there.
You held them to 22 yards rushing. Did that allow you to maybe pin your ears back a little bit, knowing that they couldn't get a sustained ground game going?
Yeah, I mean, that's our culture. We stop the run. That's what we do here. We stop the run, and, you know, when they can't run the ball, they can't move the ball. So, you know, when you're making them pass the ball like that at the end, it's not sustainable. So it's kind of that's our culture. We stop the run.
Is this the kind of game you expected today?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Army and Navy and the service academies. I was just telling somebody that they know how to defend the triple option. So, you know, both these teams, they know how to defend the triple option. They play against it in the spring. They play against it with their offense. So, you know, you expect these guys to come out here and know exactly what they're doing. So, you know, low-scoring games is kind of the name of the game, especially the past couple years. So, you know, it did not surprise me for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our co-defensive player of the game, Jonathan Youngblood, led the team with 13 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. What was the key to limiting them so much on the ground today?
Just getting after the ball, swarming the ball, and getting after it. We see option all year, so we want to stop the run, and we did today. So
it was an interesting game from the sense that in the first half, in the first quarter especially, you miss a field goal, and also you lose a fumble, they get it back, and you're like, boy, in games like this, those mistakes seem to get magnified. Did you feel that way, or was it easy to kind of put all that behind you?
No, we're confident in our defense, and the coaches always say get the next stop and tell us about sudden change, and we always practice it every week. So if we get the next stop, they won't score. So
how much, if any, were you able to confuse Woodson? He's a freshman making his first career start. Did that kind of factor into the game plan today?
Well, we knew it was his first career start, so we knew we had to get after him, make him confused, having our stems and all that. So just getting his head by swarming the ball and getting after it.
You won the game, but were you kind of biting your lip a little bit when you lost the shutout?
Yeah, but the win, we got the W, so that's all I care about.
And you're a senior, and you won the trophy last year. First leg, come to defend it, and singing second over here at the last time at this place. What did that mean to you?
It feels great, and it's a way to go out here, and we got to beat Army next, so that's all on my mind.
Jonathan, congratulations.
Thank you.